Alright, here at Santa Ana Star Casino, making it look like I'm playing slot machines because this place is crawling with employees. They didn't like it in Sandy when I was filming. They didn't like it in Isleta when I was playing poker. When I was taking pictures. I'm pretending to play video poker to conceal myself. Anyway, video about income from 2024. So, new format started last year. 4 questions. 4 things I'll tell you. First was the goal last year to make more in poker than I spent on all bills? Yes and no. It was until that day in April on the same phone call. I got offered the dealing job at Orleans and I accepted it. Once that happened, the time factor made it such that it wasn't my goal anymore. If I didn't deal over the summer, it was gonna be, but I dealt over the summer and then things changed. So ultimately, the answer was no. It wasn't my goal to make more from playing poker than I spent on everything. Good transition. Next question, did poker cover all expenses? It didn't. Going forward, dealing the summer, it's unlikely. The thing was, in the past, that was the goal and I expected it, and even if things didn't need to go perfectly, like there was like a cushion built in. I expected to, I don't know, like 2/3 of the year through the 2/3 of the way through the calendar year to get what I needed for the year, and then the rest of the year was profit. Now with the time commitment for dealing, it's gonna be tight. There's not a lot of leeway. If I miss my volume goal by not that much, and or miss my hourly goal by not that much, it's too tight. I'm not saying it'll never happen again, but it's unlikely, and I would expect it to be like close but not happen for a while. It's too tough without those hours over the summer. Another good transition though, did income from everything cover my bills? Yeah. Dealing, YouTube, poker, those are the big ones. Yes, the sum was such that every time someone walks by, I wonder if it's an employee. The sum was such that, yeah, I think it when July ended, I had made what I needed for the year. Now the dealing was over, so the rest of the year, what I made in mostly YouTube and playing live poker, that was additional. But yeah, I remember in 23 I just missed. I didn't make enough in poker to cover all my bills. In 2022, I think it was end of August. So this past year with the dealing, the poker, and the YouTube, it was like end of July, and at that point I had met what I was expecting to spend for the year. And last thing, what percent of my income was from live poker in casinos, rounding to the nearest 0.1%. And I hope this isn't too annoying, me pretending to play slot machines and constantly touching the machine and looking at it as a decoy. 19.8%. So still good transition into what? That's the last thing, but still an important part of my income, even though I could see just poker never covering all expenses ever again. Still, I mean, it's about 20%, so it's still an important part of my income. I still have a certain volume goal, and I still am going to have a certain, hourly and therefore dollars per year goal. And if I miss it, I'll be disappointed. If I surpass it, I'll be pleased and maybe even a little extra happy. But it's it's no longer the leading activity as far as income goes. From 2013 through 2023, 11 years, it was the leading activity. And once I accepted the dealing job at Orleans last year in April, it's just not the #1 activity anymore. And remember, rice is a spoon food.